Hey guys, and welcome to Little Black Book 91. We are giving you guys a sit down with Lealani. Yes, she was on Put a Ring on It. She was one of the few who managed also to get, was it 4 dates with Eric as well? So, you must have been doing something right to be brought back and have that many dates with Eric as well. So, we are pleasured and honored to have you on the show today. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm alive and I'm well. So that's the first and foremost thing. You're looking good too. So we appreciate you.
Thank you.
I like the energy. I like the energy. All right, cool. Before we start the show and before we get into deeper things about Put a Ring on It and also about you as well, because we want to get to know you before we get to the show, we want to ask some human verification questions to you. So just to make sure that Leilani is not a robot, make sure you're not synthetic, want to make sure
Bring
you're
it
not AI.
on.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Fantastic. All right, cool. Let's do this. Let's do it. So my first question in my human verification is a riddle.
Oh, wow.
Do-ga-da-do-ga-da-dum. The riddle says, "What belongs to you, but others, let me start again. What belongs to you, but other people use it more than you?"
My vibes.
Your vibes.
My vibes. And I bring
I,
vibes.
I mean, I can see where you're going with that. I can see where you're going with that. Unfortunately, that isn't the answer, but it's a good answer you gave.
Oh, it's in a
Go,
specific answer.
Girl, you ain't gonna chip me up. You wait. That was very clever, but you ain't gonna get me that way. That is not the answer.
Oh, wow. What belongs to me that others use it more?
Yeah.
And it's a thing.
Now I can't confirm if it's a thing. I can only.
These are the times that I want to say, a mí no habla inglés. Just to
It's
get
like get
out of
out, get
it.
out jail free card. Yeah.
I have no clue. If it's not, I thought it was like any answer that will describe me.
I mean, I can tell you the answer. The answer actually is your name. Hey, I don't make these riddles up. I don't make these. Don't be looking at me, Leilani. I don't make these riddles up. Okay, I only just dispense them.
It could be anything. Okay.
It's your
Hit me.
name. Okay, it was your name. That was the answer. So your
Whatever.
name belongs to you, but others use it more than you even. So that was the answer for the riddle. But don't worry, you got a second chance, sis. Don't worry, you got a second chance out here. We got some song lyrics for you, okay? It says, "I see you staring out the corner of my eye. You seem uneasy, want to approach me, throw me a line."
I should have started drinking this tequila. Hold on.
That tequila be going down too good.
Throw you a line. Oh my God. I am horrible with lines. I do better as, just looking at people and just,
I can see how
messing
this
around.
is how you got Eric into a puzzle because you are trying to get me into a puzzle. But sis, we said a song. I can say the song lyrics again for you. Oh, I want to make sure you got it. You ain't gonna get me to say the thing. Here's the song lyrics. "I see you staring out the corner of my eye. You seem uneasy. Want to approach me. Throw me a line." It's a song that you probably know once you hear who sung it and the song itself.
Oh, I thought you're not going to play the song? If
Ah,
it,
see, you think you.
look, if it was not here, well, is it before 99 or after 99? I'm going to say
Uh,
before 2005
it
because
could be before. It could be before. Do you know? I
you
can't
see,
remember.
that's the
It, it,
problem,
it could be
you know?
before '99 if I'm correct. I can't
I
remember the
got here in
year.
99, then I didn't speak English, then I had to. You see, so that
That
song
don't
is
count.
long gone.
Well, I'll tell you what the song is. It was Janet Jackson. All of you.
Oh, I know the title. I don't know the lyrics,
No,
but
the one.
if you would have asked me something about Macarena or
You know
Despacito,
what?
I would have
I
got
didn't. I
you.
didn't want to be, stereotyping. So I didn't want to put those songs up there. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? I didn't want to make that assumption. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's why. But okay, that's
Next
cool.
next
Cool.
time you're good. You got it.
Next time we'll get it. Next time we'll get it. We've got one last question. So, cereal or milk in the bowl first?
Cereal.
Do you put cereal in the bowl first or milk in the bowl first?
Cereal. Who puts
What?
milk first?
Who puts milk first? Those who are serious and are not serial killers.
Cereal. I put cereal first because then if you put milk first, no, yeah, cereal first.
Cereal
Because
first.
I don't like too much milk. So I put a cereal first. I can gauge how much milk I want in it.
Okay, cool. Just have to make sure, Yeah, I agree with you, but I just want to make sure you're not crazy. It's good that you chose cereal first. It's good. We made sure you're actually human. You've passed the test. No worries. All right, Leilani, you've passed the test. Your human verification is done. All right, human verification is done. All right, so Leilani, I want to ask you a simple question. Okay, I want to ask you a very simple question. So here it is. Who is Leilani?
Leilani is a very caring, happy person. I love. Actually, it is a real thing. I really believe I was put in this earth to love. What I'm gonna do with that, how I can bottle it, I sell it, I don't know. But yes, I'm a very lovable person. I love my friends. Don't piss me off, because then the Ghanaian side come out.
They need to know about that. Don't worry. We'll get them into that.
Yes, I'm pretty chill. I like to have fun with my friends. Yeah, nothing too extra.
Okay. So, you said about obviously the side that will come out. You have a little bit of a fiery side that comes out.
Oh, absolutely.
Where does that fiery side come from? I was intrigued when people say they have a fiery side. Where does that come from? Who's that from?
I don't know. I think we all like Spanish, Caribbean, people. We have that, you get that fire in you. All the dances and the sexiness and, all that good stuff.
Is that a natural flair, or is that something that's learned as you grow up?
I mean, well, actually, you cannot tell because you are a product of your environment. So it could be my natural self, or it can be that, I adapted it through, my childhood.
Okay, cool. So you talk about childhood, which is really perfect, kind of linked to our next thing. So Leilani, as a child, what was Leilani like? Because we see the amazing woman we see right now. You're fun, you're energetic, you got a lovely smile. You know how to, how to maneuver your way. But what was Leilani like as a child?
Leilani as a child was very shy.
Okay.
Yeah, I was very shy. I won't talk much. It was just my sister and I. So yeah, I was very reserved. Not at all the person that I am today.
So where did that change come from then? If you weren't like this, you were a little bit more shy when you were younger then.
Like when you don't speak your mind, you don't say what you want, you miss out in a lot of, opportunities and things. And if you want to be in the workforce or you want to do things for yourself, you have to be able to speak up and ask for what you want. So yeah, so at some point I had to snap out of it.
Okay. And where did you actually grow up then? Because I know we spoke behind the scenes a little bit. Where did Leilani grow up?
Well, I grew up in Panama.
Panama.
From 3 months old to 1920 years old. And then I came to the United States. Then I came back to the
Wow.
United States. Yeah.
Wow. What was it like in Panama? Because I've never been. I don't know I've never been there. So what was that like?
Well, then it was a third world country. So right now it's very different than what it was when I grew up. We had a dictator. So
Oh wow.
yes. So yeah, so I grew up in a third world country, but now it's one of the top retirement places of the world. So I'm very, very proud to be from there. So now you go back, it's like you hear, you got the hood, you got the Beverly Hills, you got the jungle, you have everything.
Okay. So obviously, you came over here. I mean, you've been majority of the time you spent, without revealing your age, majority of the time you spent obviously actually both in Panama and UK and US as well. Do you prefer US or do you prefer Panama,
I
and
do
why?
prefer US because that's what I know. So when I go back, the customer service is not the same. The food is not the same. So now I'm accustomed to certain things that you might not be able to get there. It was a little bit difficult to communicate what it is that you want. Yeah, I just rather be here. Well, the beaches are beautiful in Panama. You just put me in the beach, yeah, I'm fine.
Love that. When's the last time you went back?
I think like 4 months ago. Yes, I was there before COVID, and then I went back 4 months ago. Wish I could go more.
Love that. I might have to take my little trip myself. You know what I mean? I need a holiday, so maybe I'll take a little trip to Panama. When I'm ready to.
Yeah.
Well, the audience asks, would you try living in the UK?
Maybe not to visit. I will. I will visit. I will already go to Bali. Yeah.
So UK is not high on the list, basically. Is that what you're trying to say to us?
No, it's not high on the list. I mean, if I meet someone that sweeps me off my feet, I'm taking to the UK. I will try it.
No worries. I got a couple
But I
cousins out
haven't.
there.
It's not that I don't like it. I haven't had the chance to really explore. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. So, I mean, obviously, like I said, I think when people come to UK, they have their idea of what UK is like. I know that UK necessarily isn't the most glamorous looking if you compare it to America. So, I get it. I mean, I'm not phased. Me, I'm not going anywhere near America. I'm staying where I am. So, I'm gonna stay here. But I do understand what you're saying in there. I mean, obviously, so for yourself, I mean, I know we're talking about obviously national countries and everything like that as well. We spoke a little bit behind the scenes, and you spoke a little bit about your actual ethnicity and talking about your DNA background. What actually made you want to research what your background was?
I mean, it's interesting. And then too, like we were speaking earlier. So the reason I was born in Hawaii. I'm raised in Panama. My father was in the military. So my mom left my father when I was born. So I didn't get a chance to meet him or my family. So that was one of the reasons why I wanted to do it, just to like connect with different people and just see where I'm from. I didn't expect to see to see that I was from Ghana, Nigeria, and Senegal, and no Spanish, even a little bit of British, but no Spanish. Yeah, but I mean, I can. When everybody came to build a canal, it was people from so many different parts of the world that I wasn't surprised, but it was cool to know my Ghanaian friend.
Yes, yes. Oh wait, so what was actual breakdowns? You had Ghana, you had what?
Ghana, Nigeria, Senegal, and Britain.
Hey, and you don't want to come to Britain? Hey, darling,
I will come. That's it. I haven't explored, so
there's an open invitation. Not for myself because I'm busy, but there's an open invitation. All right, there's an open invitation. Okay, cool. Okay, so you got a bit. So obviously you've explored your background a little bit. Did that kind of then change your output? Or sorry, your outlook on life then? Because now you kind of have a little bit of a seeing where potentially your ancestors may have been coming from and people that have in your lineage or whatever. Does that change your outlook on life and how you see it a little bit?
no, it didn't change me. It just helped me to understand myself. Because
Okay.
certain things that I would love, like I love food. And like I go to Ghana, I can pick out the the whole week that I'm there. I just eat the food, the music, the culture. I always love African culture my whole life. So it just helped me more to understand why I'm drawn to certain things. I'm really not sure how that works. Like if you get drawn by your ancestors, I'm not sure. But yeah, I always love the culture, the food, and I love to dance. So yeah, it just helped me understand myself a little better.
Okay. When you say you obviously helped you to understand yourself a little bit better, I mean, describe that a little bit more for us. Like, take us a little bit deeper into what does that mean? How
Yeah.
did you know yourself a little bit better?
No, because you like what you like, but you don't know why you like what you like.
Okay.
And just to go by like, oh, like I really like, that I cannot dance like you. I was trying to, follow your steps. You take that. But yeah, it's just like, oh, I like foods. I like African foods. I like African dancing. It's like, oh, I'm actually from Africa. So yeah.
Okay. I like that. I like that. So let me shift a quick question here. As a child, what was your dream?
Well, put in that I was in a third world country, and when I really wasn't able to see anything else than what was in front of me. So I wanted to be a hairdresser.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I wanted to be a hair.
There's nothing wrong with that. Hairdressing's great. You know, people can make some great money out of that. So, okay, what happened to that dream? Did you pursue it?
Well, actually, I'm an esthetician. So
Okay. Oh, what's that? Estheticians.
esthetician. So I deal with skincare and
Okay.
but more like clinical skincare. Like you want like needles to your face to turn back the age, all that good stuff. But
Okay.
actually had a salon before COVID,
Okay.
and I was able to play with hair and all this stuff, but not professionally. I haven't been trained to do anything like that.
Wow. Okay. So, would you say that's your passion then? Dealing with skincare therapy, is that your passion?
Yeah, I just love to make people feel good.
Mm.
Like, a lot of people have issues. Either you just come for a skin concern, or if you just come to relax, or you're stressed out, I'm able to help. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So, like, how long have you been in the business for then?
I have been an esthetician for 10 years now.
Wow.
Yes. Well, I have been in the beauty industry for 20, but licensed esthetician for 10.
So, how does one get into that? Because I know you said that your dream was doing hair. So, how did you make? So, was it like a natural progression then that your love for? I guess your dream as a child to wanted to do hair to go into
Yeah.
skincare therapy.
But well, then it was not good for you to want to be a hairstylist, back then in my country. So my mom, she wanted me to go to college. So I went to college in Panama for business administration and tourism, again, so I can deal with people. And then when I moved to the US, I was going to college for marketing, but I didn't speak English. So I had so I had someone else doing all my homework and everything. So I just got tired. I was like, I just want to go to school for something that I love and I can do by myself. And I got through static school with a little bit of English and picture.
What was that experience like then? Was he trying to get through schooling for that then for skincare therapy? And I can't
Well,
remember what's that
it was
esthetician.
hard because
Yeah.
at that point, my daughter, she was like 1, 2 years old.
Okay.
So having to I was going to school at night and then trying to get her, get her straight in the mornings. And it was very difficult, but you have to do what you have to do.
And you obviously mentioned your daughter as well. Um, what is your experience of relationships? What is Leilani's experience of relationships?
Well, I've been married.
Okay.
I have been divorced for 90 years now.
Okay.
And we just drifted apart. It was nothing crazy. But I have been having fun having relationships lately. Just dating and getting to know people and, just appreciating people's energy, versus focusing on the bad things. So, yeah, I have nothing bad to say about that.
That's all right. What would you say is your greatest lesson from? I know obviously it ended in divorce, but what was your greatest lesson or lessons from that relationship, that marriage?
My greatest lesson is that you should truly, fully know who you are and what you want, and be in a place that you complete yourself before you get into a serious relationship with anybody. Because if you don't complete yourself, you're not keep searching for things and someone else when they should come from you.
Okay. What I don't know if I can ask this. What for you was the final nail in the coffin as to why the relationship didn't go in the direction that you wanted it to go in?
Which was I wasn't happy,
Okay.
and to me happiness and love is everything. So I'm like, why I'm gonna sit here being miserable when we just have XYZ amount of time in this world, as we call it. yeah, so I just took a leap and I didn't look back.
I totally understand that. Okay. Okay, so obviously then, because obviously then you come onto the show, put a ring on it. But I guess obviously before you get to that part of the show, like you said, you had been divorced for 9 years in between that time. Um, and obviously you obviously I'm guessing you're dating in those particular time periods as well. What made you want to come on to put a ring on it?
Well, they reached out to me, and
Okay.
first I was like, I'm not sure if I want to do it. They had reached out for a few different shows prior to that, so I wasn't skeptical because normally the first one is like, is this a scam? Like, what's going on? Well, yeah, but then I thought it was very interesting. Put a ring on it, and I'm all about love and good vibes. So I'd be like, why not? Even the crazy interview because you talk with psychologists and all this stuff to make sure you're not crazy. But yeah, but when I went through it, and I was a little scared at the beginning, but yeah, it was a great experience.
Okay, so as well, I know that obviously they reach out to you as well. I'm guessing they probably saw your Instagram page and everything. I actually went on the Instagram page, obviously, because we follow each other. So I wanted to go on there to see. And I said, okay, she got a few modeling kind of photos on it. Are you doing modeling at the same time as well?
Well, this past few months, I'm starting a bathing suit line,
Okay.
so that's why you see all the bathing suit pictures. Yeah, so I'm doing my aesthetic business, bathing suit line, and also skincare devices. So yeah, I'm working on a few things.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Wow.
So we got a few businesses on the go as well. Where do you find the time to balance business, being a mother, being on the show? Like, how do you manage to balance your time?
Well, I mean, you have to do it. Like, you have to be organized. You wake up in the morning, drop the kid in school, and then just do what you need to do. Now it's a little harder because I opened a new office um, for aesthetic services, and it has been overwhelming. All the clients are now having to have. I don't know what to do with my time now, but I'm going to figure it out. Some things get set behind, but a little by little, you get where you want to be.
I guess my final question in this section before I go on to put a ring in it. What aside obviously, being skincare therapy and your businesses, what is your passion? Or what are your passions, I should say?
To me, it's life. We do all these things. We have all these businesses. We want all the cars and the houses and whatever. But do we really need all those things? When I had my business, I was so overwhelmed with employees, with clients, and it's like so stressful. Then I was like, there's somebody by the beach with a Corona having the time of their life, and I'm over here running like a hamster trying to get the American dream. To me, I take the Corona on the beach, and then I also have to manage my stress because I have lupus. So
Okay.
the stress kind of like, aggravates. Actually, stress messes everything. It stresses So I was like, let me just be happy, travel, and that's it. Like, you don't have to worry about nothing else but your happiness, and you'll be straight.
So how do you keep your stress under management? Because like you said, you obviously deal with lupus. So how do you manage to keep your stress, keep it chill for you?
I don't know if you listen. I like to listen. I started with Tony Robbins.
Okay.
you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
I do the Tony Robbins, the law of attraction, the meditation, the like, going here, my sage, my everything works for me. I'm a very spiritual person, and that really has helped me a lot. Just to believe in something higher than myself.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how I cope.
Okay. I love that. Okay. Okay. I hear that. I hear that. Okay. So back on Chelsea, put a ring on it. They reach out to you. Were you aware of what the show was actually entailing? Like, were you aware of what the show actually was asking you to do? Because I think that's sometimes what gets lost in translation.
Yeah, I had never heard about the show. But when they reach out, I make sure to try to find season one. So I watched what I could because there wasn't much on YouTube. So I watched what I could, and then I had an idea of what they were asking of me. But you don't feel how intense it is until you are in it.
How do you mean?
Not
Intense.
even because so I was going on dates. I don't know what's going on at his house. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why, the significant other is feeling. It could be they can be in a horrible relationship or they can be in a great, like I didn't know. Yeah, you don't know anything. You're just dating the person and just being yourself. But then when the show airs and you see tears and you see all these things and you be like, oh my God, then you are more involved in the emotional part of the show.
Well, okay, so you weren't actually aware of. Okay, maybe I should ask a question. How much were you aware of the dynamics? Let's say particularly between Eric and Jessica. Were you aware of any particular dynamics at all between them two and their relationship?
Yeah, just like they've been together on and off for 4 to 3 years, and he got kids, she got kids, but just like surface level things. It was nothing like deep. I would ask him, "Oh, so why you don't want to get married?" He says like he just wasn't ready, and he wanted to have fun. That's what he would tell me on the dates. Everything else that went on, with the Dr. Nicole, like I had no clue about it. Which who wants to talk about that on a date? Like yeah, just who wants to talk about that on a date? So my job was to go on dates, and that's what I did. So yeah.
Let me ask you, I guess, a generic question, but a specific question too to the show. Do you have a specific type of male that you particularly lean towards?
I lean to dark skin. And when I
That's
say
right.
dark, the darker, the darker, the better.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, I'm being serious. Let me be serious. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I like dark men, tall. I mean, but to me, personality is everything. That's personality is number one. It can
Okay.
be a man that is so appealing to me visually, but then when they open them out, I'm like, no, I'm sorry. Or it can be a short guy, yellow like me. They have a great personality that can also win my heart. So I do have a type, but to me, personality is better. It's first.
Okay. So personality is better. Okay. So if I was to say, what are essential interpersonal, meaning what essential kind of qualities, inner things that person should have, what would they be?
Romantic,
Okay.
alpha male, yes. Attention to detail, a listener, great in bed, of course.
Amen.
Well, it takes two of us, you have to have a
Amen.
great sexual connection.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah. I just need somebody that really cares about me genuinely. And that's easy.
Okay. So then obviously then when you go on the show, obviously you get put with obviously Eric then.
Mhm.
Okay, so was there a attraction instant? Was it grown? Like what was the kind of feeling towards Eric when you first, met each other?
I mean, thinking like you there, first time on TV, there are cameras, of course. First, I'm nervous. But then it's like sometimes people feel that reality TV is not real,
Yeah.
but production makes sure that you are like so clueless about everything that you're gonna have a natural reaction.
Okay.
So when I saw him from far. That was the longest walk ever. Like I saw him from far away, and I'm just like just looking. I had to stand here just looking for him to get to me. So I'm like, okay. It was an instant, but then we started talking. Then we started playing volleyball. Then I saw that he was, a little dominant. So I was like, okay, yeah, I like that. So, and to me, I always look for the good things. So even if there are things that are horrible, I always want to find that good thing because that's going to put me in a place that I'm comfortable and I'm enjoying myself. I'm not going to mess up my time for nobody.
Come on now. I'm with you.
Yes.
I'm with you. Okay, so obviously, I know you saw Eric from far. Let me just come back a little bit then. So obviously you're on the show. What for you was your agenda? What was your purpose of being on the show? Because obviously they have their agenda, but what was Leilani's agenda being on the show?
Well, for me, everybody has the bucket. Well, I didn't have being a TV show on my bucket list, but it seems like something that should be on there. So it's like, oh, why not? That would be good. That would be good exposure, for my business. So yeah, that's what I was more thinking about.
Okay. And then obviously, does that, because like you said, everything's real. Does it get to a point where you realize, okay, I had my agenda of, promoting my business when I came on, but then it becomes actually about the connection that you're making on the show? Does it ever get to that point for you?
Yes, yeah. So the first day was a little, lukewarm, and I was when I go on a date, I like to dress up. I want to dress up. I want to do my makeup. I want to do my hair. You cannot do that at a park.
Okay.
So I was a little, I wasn't on my comfort zone. But the picnic was cute. We had a good time, and apparently we like each other because, well, apparently he liked me because I got a second date.
And the third and the fourth.
Yeah. But then things kept kind of like growing the more dates we were going.
Okay. So the first day, obviously, like I said, the park thing, you couldn't do it because you wanted to dress up. You wanted to be, glamorous, looking, just looking tip top. So obviously, that obviously that he's in a relationship. How does that affect? Describe what your mindset is, because I'm wondering, how do you go about? Sorry, how do you go about dating when it almost feels like it's a bit blocked off because that they're kind of in a relationship? How do you go about that process? How do you?
To me, okay, they signed up to be on a show to
Okay,
date other people. So
I hear
at
you
this
saying.
point, I don't, I'm just going to do what I do. I came here to date and I'm going to date. At no point I try to like think about, oh my God, he's in a relationship. No, because they came to the show to date other people. I mean, not to date other people. They knew what the show was about. So it's not like if you were in a different like situation that there is no TV, and of course I would never, but
I
that's
mean,
what
I
you signed
would,
up for.
but I hear you.
What you said?
I didn't say anything. I mean, no, and I'm saying that because obviously I think it's so tough to then, because obviously like they're in a relationship, but then you have to almost kind of ignore that they're in a relationship, and then but then it's like, okay, if I'm ignoring it in a relationship, what happens if you then really like the person? Where would you go? Like, I don't know if you really liked Eric or not that much. We know that, yeah, I know there was a little bit of connection between you two. Maybe you find each other attractive or whatever. But what would have happened if you genuinely really really liked Eric?
I mean, it is what it is. Like, okay, you have to get over get over it. Like, there's what can you do? If you like the person and the person just gonna go with somebody else, it's just okay. Wipe up your knees, you good, and just keep living your life. I don't get stressed out for nothing at all. And then too, like, even though I try just to enjoy myself and date, and I knew he had a girlfriend, you just a possibility. Okay, this is only 1, 2, 3, 4 dates versus 3, 4 years. You know.
Okay, okay, cool. Okay, so what was it about Eric that you was like, okay, maybe I can see where this goes, and what was the qualities that Eric was bringing to the table, if any? I'm just saying, what was he
I
bringing to the
love
table?
when he spoke to me, he was very sincere. Like when I asked him about what he wanted to do, because he first told me that he was retired. I was like, okay, so what do you want to do next? And he would tell me all these things that he wants to do with his life. And I really enjoy that you can like just decompress and really express yourself and say what you want. I feel that these days, no one allow men to speak themselves. They make men feel that it's not good to be vulnerable, or it's like no, why? I want you to tell me how you feel. That way you can feel better. You don't have to like vault up everything. So it was more the sincerity at the beginning. Then he's so funny. Like he was trying not to be funny because it was like, Joseph, no, like be funny. He was so funny. So yeah, I like his personality.
Okay. Okay. So you liked his personality. He was funny, he got a little bit of a charm about him as well. Okay, cool. So obviously then we get deeper into the dates now. Okay.
Mm.
I see, oh, you changing positions. I see that little smile. I see you. Uh,
Don't be reading my mannerisms.
I said, okay, girl, you better. So I mean, I mean, and I think I've seen it several times throughout the chat as well. Everyone says the same thing, which is you really exude a strong feminine energy, right? I want to ask this question: how do you exude such a feminine energy? Because I think that's something that is a key for our generation and for women and for men alike. But how do you exude that feminine energy so much? Like you have a very warm spirit. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's just, I have always been like, even with my friends. Well, now as I'm older, I had, I tried not to do it because sometimes people feel like it's weird, but that's like truly who I am. Like I just kiss my daughter, kiss my brother, I just hug it. It's just, you just have to give love. Like it's free. So just, give it. But then with Eric, it was easier. Like sometimes females, we go out with men and it can be uncomfortable. You don't know the person. You don't know what's going to happen. They might kidnap you, put you in the trunk or something. So hands to myself, you stay with us until I get to know you. But with Eric, even though you only see us, there is a bunch of people, around us. There is nothing he can do to me. So I feel comfortable. So I just want to go in. I do what I like to do. But yeah, I'm very lovable. I just love affection. Yes.
That affection. Are you usually that hands-on?
If I like someone. Yeah, if I like someone, which doesn't happen often.
Okay, but it happened with Eric because there was a lot of hands behavior.
Yeah, I'm in a safe space. What he can do? What can he do? He can do
You can
that.
fall in love. Who knows?
Yeah, I was very handsome. You didn't see anything because
Hold on. Let me stay hydrated.
stay high. Okay, okay, but
Yeah, you take a little sip, sis. Let me just. So let's just go there again. So sorry. I mean, because it was very handsy between you and Eric, and do you know what? I can understand why it got to that level for Eric because, like I said, I think you ooze this really comfortable energy, right? So I mean, what kind of what? No, hold on, pause before I get. Let me not go deep. Let's just stay here. What is your love languages? What is your main love languages?
affection, touch, words of affirmation, gifts.
Okay, so that makes sense. So yours is physical touch, which was what his was also. One of his
Yes.
was physical touch. So you guys are really meeting on that plane. That's why it's so easy for you guys to be so comfortable with the physical affection. Okay. So just back to your comment, because obviously I don't want to skip over it. You said obviously we didn't see anything. What did you mean by that?
No, it's just even behind the cameras we're still very flirtatious. We're trying, we're trying not to do too much because it's like people around, but there was no kisses, no nothing weird, just like more PDA. Yeah.
PDA? What is
Just
PDA?
No, probably.
Because my PDA could be different to your PDA. No, my PDA
No, we're just
is
having
certainly different from your
fun,
PDA.
laughing, touching. Yeah.
Because when I PDA, you know what I mean? So I don't know what kind of PDA.
No. He didn't do
No?
it. Know that.
He didn't get
Yeah,
to.
it was. Yeah, he did. He did say that if he was in a different situation, he would definitely, would have hot the waters. But yeah, but he really loves Jessica. He really loves her. So I'm happy for them.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. Because obviously as well, so, because obviously on the show, we saw him particular some behaviors that obviously he was being quite touchy feely. Was he informing you about the status of the relationship as you were going along on the dates, or was he just more focused on just connecting with you on those dates?
It was more connecting with me. We really didn't talk much about his relationship. And if you think about it, we like on the dates, like we weren't talking between dates. We only talk on, the dates. We didn't exchange numbers or anything of that nature. So when I go, I just go, to have fun and have a good time with Eric. I didn't know much. Well, I did get to meet her on the second date. That was interesting.
Oh, when you did, yes, I remember. Okay.
Yes.
How was that for you? Because obviously you get to see the other partner. What was that like for you in that position? Describe it.
Actually, like when I saw her, I had a stronger impression than when I saw him for the first time.
Oh.
Because she was pretty. You was like, oh.
She is very pretty, yeah.
Yeah, so when she opened the door, I'd be like, oh, hey, and we hugged and, went upstairs. And took shots.
2 shots out of her.
Yes.
Did you sense the atmosphere shift a little bit, or was that just a TV edit that we saw that the atmosphere kind of shift?
Of course it was a little weird. It was my first time seeing her. It's the first time she saw me, so of course it's gonna be a little uncomfortable. But it was fine. I like Jessica.
I like that. Okay, so then obviously you get that wonderful date where you guys are on salt crystals and you're chilling, and I've never seen a brother so relaxed. He looked like whatever you did to him, he was just now in a new place. You know what I mean? He was comfortable. He looked like he was happy. You know what I mean? Like he had respite from whatever was happening in his relationship. He had respite in that moment. So that date, describe it a little bit to me. Like, how was that date for you, in your perspective, the salt crystals date that you guys had?
Well, that was a little different. That was actually our third date, and he'd never been to a salt room. Actually, neither I.
Okay.
But I always wanted to go, so it's okay. That'd be something perfect for us to do. I didn't expect going the way that it went. So we seemed like we both got like very comfortable. And those were the moments that, he was talking to me and being, open and honest. And, I like that. Then we kept more into the rocks. Yeah, it was great. It was a great experience. And then too, I don't know if you are into like crystals and things of that nature. Well, it really, suits you when, give you positive energy. So it's amazing.
At that point, did you think to yourself, we are connecting and, maybe this could go somewhere? Did you ever get that thought in your mind at that point?
No, that day if we would have kissed any date, it would have been that one.
Yeah, because it was steaming.
But, yes. But I wasn't going to make the first move.
I hear that.
And then too, in the back of my head, I was like, my child is going to watch this.
I hear that.
Yes, well, my daughter cool. She's 13, which is like, she's
cool.
pretty mature.
It's life, isn't it? I mean, okay, so what I want to know, what were you doing to our boy Eric that you were getting him to that point where the brother is able to relax upon your bosom? Because that's actually what happened. He was actually resting upon your bosom at one point. Like the guy was really that relaxed. He was doing Samson and Delilah. The guy was really resting on you. What were you doing? What were you saying to him?
It's the touch. It's all about touch.
Okay.
Like my clients, it's just touch.
It's touch.
Yes, I'm a great toucher.
A great toucher.
Yes, I put you to sleep.
Oh. Okay, so the touch was what was contributing towards that. What was kind of conversations you guys were really having then in that soul crystal room?
Oh, what were we talking about then? I don't even know what we were talking about. We were lost. We were lost in the salt.
In the salt crystal, yeah.
Stop it.
Okay. I hear that. So So great moments. You guys were lost in the soul at that moment, and anything like that. Were you aware? I don't know if you were aware of this because it happened so quickly that when you were sitting down, his hand went to your chest.
You said his
hand went across to you and it touched your chest. He was This is why we were getting on to Eric. He did some touchings. Were you aware of that?
When we were on the chair. Oh, on the chair.
Before you moved to lie down. Yeah, before you moved to lie down,
Yes,
there was some touching that he was doing at the chest area.
No, he was covering me up. I think he just wanted to.
Covering you up?
Yeah. Yeah, he was covering.
Is this what we call it?
Mm-hmm.
Is this what we call it these days? Covering people up?
Okay. Yeah, he was just, covering me up. He was being nice and looking out for me.
I hear you. Okay, cool. I'll let that lie. Okay, so the fourth date, were you aware that it was going to end on the fourth date? Were you aware he was going to break it off at the fourth date?
I knew that he was going to stay in his relationship. Like I said, 4 dates versus 4 years. That's a no-brainer. If I knew, but I didn't know that was going to be the date where he was going to make a decision. But we still had a great time. Yeah.
Okay. So when because it did look like, from my perspective, I don't know about anyone else, my perspective, when he said, obviously, look, how would you feel if, we don't get to, do this anymore? And it looked like you were genuinely disappointed. Were you genuinely disappointed that there were going to be no more dates from that period onwards?
I won't say disappointed because I already knew it was going to happen. But I think my face, you saw it was probably this.
Because you said no more. You said, do you want a last drink? You said no.
No.
You ready to go?
I'm done. No, but I just really I like Eric. Like if we hang out, like we'll have a good time. Not even thinking in a like a relationship kind of way. Like I could be friends with Eric. So it sucked that I wasn't gonna see him anymore. And like I said, we didn't exchange numbers. I did ask him for his Instagram, but I just wanted to find Jessica. Like I wanted to see Jessica, but I didn't see her on his page. So whatever. So I didn't pursue that. So.
Okay. So for you, at the end, when obviously it's all coming to an end, Eric said, potentially he's going to go back to his partner. For you, what was your overall feeling towards the experience you had on the show? What was your overall experience?
I mean, it was great. So because like I said at the beginning, I just love helping people and I love to make people feel good. And on every date, Eric was helping me like how much now he knows how he wants to be treated. He knows what he wants. So he can take to her and, have a discussion to see if, they can make something work, given what the other person wants. So, I feel good about it. I would definitely do it again.
Oh, okay. You definitely do it again. You'd actually do it again.
Not the same show. But...
Oh, okay. I was going to say... Not the same show now.
That would be an overkill. I'll say, what Mamacita doing over here again?
Because I genuinely think you probably were out of because obviously you went for a numerous amount of dates. You actually kept it, and when you look at even the comment section, you kept it really respective. You know what I'm saying? Like I think you have a natural likability. Which is also very rare when you see women doing these shows, because I think people naturally get triggered by the woman dating someone else. You know what I mean? But people seem to have, a warmth towards you and a liking towards you. I don't think you should rule it out if you get a second chance to be on there. You know what I'm saying? You might have to do it. Okay, if you weren't on that show, what would you want to? What show would you go on? Would it be like a Love and Hip Hop? Would it be like
no.
No? Okay.
You know what? Just it would not be my preference because it's very aggressive.
Okay.
It's very aggressive. So they want you to have arguments and
that's not you.
That could be me. Well, I'm trying to, you're trying to be
Zen.
saying that could be me, but I don't know. I don't want to be stressed out. If you just do it just for fun, like I would do it, but I'm not sure if I do love and hip hop.
Okay. Is there any particular show that you would like to be on?
Um, no, I had called a couple of times for Housewives, but I didn't have any a significant other that I wanted to present to the public. So
I mean, I think you could. I think you could work on Housewives. I think you have that kind of energy. You got good energy. I think you could be on Housewives. Why not? If the Lord permits and the Lord
yeah, well,
wills.
you need a significant other.
Like I said, if the Lord wills and the Lord permits, He may find a way. You know what I'm saying? He may come from Ghana too. Yeah, you never
You
know.
never know.
You never know.
Just trying to
Indeed.
go back. Can you exchange some cities for me?
I got you. You know what I'm saying? Just you know who I
I'm
am.
stuck with some cities. I'm gonna have to go
It
back.
goes into cities. Listen, holler at me. I got you, man. You know what I'm saying? We'll
Thank you.
sort it out. You know what I'm saying? Okay, final few kind of questions to bring it to a kind of close for you then. So what is Leilani up to now? What is your next direction for you? I know you're opening something. I know you said you're doing your businesses and stuff, but what is your next kind of ventures and where you want to go to next?
Well, actually, I'm not sure. I said I was gonna give myself 5 years just to hit the ground running and do everything that I want to do. And I want to do everything under the sun. Like, yes, I have my business, and I'm just working on that. But I just want to be happy. I want to enjoy life. Like, if you have 20, 30 years left, like, what you want to do with it? I just want to have a great freaking time. Yes,
Okay.
that's
Is
what
there
I'm.
any is there anything on your bucket list as well in the next, let's just say, you said it's the next 5 years, right? Could you give us one thing on your bucket list that you want to be able to do in the next 5 years?
Well, besides adding a bunch of zeros to my bank account, we all got that.
We all need some zeros up in here.
Yes, a lot of zeros. No, I would like to travel the world. Like, actually, like, take a whole like 6 months
Oh,
of
okay.
my life and just travel the world,
Okay.
meet people.
So except Ghana and Bali, which you've already mentioned, where would you also want to go?
Oh, I haven't explored Europe.
Okay.
Any other cold places? Like, I want to go to Australia. I love Malta, so I would love to go back. Italy, so I can get drunk with wine. Everything on my bucket list is related to a smile. It's just want a smile in my face. I want to be on my casket, like this.
I see the warmth. I see the warmth. I see the warmth. Okay, cool. My final question for you. So, is there anybody in the frame at the moment for Lealani? Is there anybody who is, catching your eye? Anybody that's potentially in the vicinity for Lealani?
Absolutely. How not? How not? Yeah, there's someone that has my attention. Yes. I love I like to be courted, I like my flowers and all that good stuff. He's doing a fantastic job at it. So I'm very happy.
I wasn't aware of this. I didn't know I was sending flowers.
Yes, honey, and they were marvelous.
Okay, so someone in the picture. That's good. That's good. I mean, we like to hear good news, so hopefully we'll be able to hear some great news in the future as well.
Yeah.
Is there anything you wanted to let the audience know? Any business that you want to let the audience follow, or be able to help support? Is there anything that you would like us to jump aboard for you?
Sure. So my bathing suit line that's coming up is called Furia Bella on Instagram. Are you gonna
I can put it in the chair. When you send it to me on Insta, and I'll put it in the description for them as well. Yeah.
And my skincare line for Skin IQ. And if you live in Atlanta, please come see me in Buckhead, Lealani Shaw Aesthetics.
In Buckhead, yeah, Atlanta, Buckhead.
Atlanta, Buckhead. Yeah, those are the three things right now that I have going on.
The audience are asking, Leilani, they want to know, how do you get men's attention? That's what someone's asked. How do you get men's attention?
Actually, I don't even try. Like, when I'm with my friends, I'm like, oh, that guy looking at you. And I'm like, no, he's not. Like it's just, I don't know. I just feel like if you, however you feel inside, kind of like radiates,
Mm.
you know? So that's it for me. To be positive. That's something that really worked for me. When you have like a bad thought come to your mind, just change it for a positive stuff. It like automatically, and times go by, and you're just gonna have positive thoughts. So that's the only thing you're gonna radiate. Yeah,
Mm.
I should try it. Hmm.
I like that. I like that. I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. Well, I'm gonna say this. Leilani, it's been a pleasure, and I'll tell you what, the audience have been in the best behavior they've ever been in my entire life.
Awesome.
I don't think I've seen one negative comment, which has been absolutely crazy. So you're obviously doing something right. It comes through the screen on Put a Ring in It. It comes through my screen on Little Black Book. You obviously have such a warm energy, and I pray that you keep that up because honestly, it's for aside romantic stuff. It honestly it draws people towards you and people want to be around you. Do you know what I mean? Because honestly, my audience have just been able to just be cool. That tells me that your energy is radiant, it's loving, it's warm, femininity as they say as well. It's just positive. Do you know what I mean? So we're praying that you can keep that up wherever you go,
Yes,
and whatever
absolutely.
happens. Yeah.
Yeah, well, thank you. Well, thank you to the audience. I can't say what you're saying, but I take his word.
I appreciate it. Well, audience members, thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for being so respectful. Like I said, you lot have been on your best behavior. You've also you lot are saying about me, but I think you got wooed by Lealani. So you guys also fell prey to the same thing happened to Eric, happened to all of us. We all fell
Oh,
prey to the hand touch. You understand? So we can't wait to see you guys again for another live. But Lealani, again, thank you so much. It's an honor having you on here. Maybe we'll have you again in the future. Maybe some updates. You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying?
Well,
And
thank you
we'll
for
put
having
your.
me.
Oh no, it's all right. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. We'll put your details in below as well, so people can also find you and get a hold of you. Because I know some people are asking some questions. So some people say they want some swimsuits now as well. Okay, so they're ready. They're trying to get into your swimsuits already, Leilani. Okay, hey, all
Absolutely, I
right,
got you.
we got it. Yeah, all right. Audience, thank you again. We'll see you very very soon. I appreciate you guys. They're not so loaded.